Right. So I did some pre-shuffling, guys. I did not look at the cards. Just so y'all can see, I have a little layout right here on my desk. Okay. It's actually not bad. It's actually not bad today. But I did do some pre-shuffling. All right, so I have our candle. Right. I have my notes on my iPad, so that's why I was gonna go live on an iPad, but I was like, let me get myself together. Let me go get my headphone case. Whew. Okay. One second, one second, one second. Oh, hey, baby. Hi. Can I have this? Oh, Ace, you got my little jacket warm. Okay. All right. Whew. Hello, hello, hello. The forehead is foreheaded. All right. Okay, so hello, hello, hello. Hi, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so let's go ahead and burn some rosemary. Let's go ahead and burn some rosemary. Y'all go ahead and like the video. So we are doing a candle reading. I did a 3-day collective ritual spell for protection against mirror magic. Okay, so we did a mirror gateway protection ritual for 3 days, and the candle has been burning for 3 days. And it actually, you know what's crazy? It really burned for 3 days, and so the candle has concluded, and so I wanted to read the candle with you guys. I wanted to read the candle with you guys. It's so crazy how this candle burnt. I want to talk about what I received. Okay, can y'all see that through there? Okay, the message that I had received on this candle burning. Okay, very interesting. Okay, very, very, very interesting. This is the top of the candle. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get through this so we can, see what's going to be next. Okay, for the collective. And go ahead, burn the incense. And again, I'm burning rosemary. Alright. So by divine authority, in the presence of my ancestors, our guides, our protectors, this space is sealed in truth and light. This space is sealed in truth and light. Only blessings, clarity, and messages meant for the collective may enter here. All false reflections, masks, karmics, and thieves are blocked and returned to their source. What is not aligned with divine love and justice cannot pass. Mother Mirror, light of truth, bless this reading with clarity. Ma Durga, the fierce protector, guard this space with your power. Jama Kali, Jama Durga, Bata Shri Saeed, may peace be with all. All right. All right. Yes, I am a medium. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead. So I took down some notes. All right. I took down some notes. And I'll go ahead and read it for you guys. All right. So this was the final burn of a 3-day collective mirror magic ritual to basically shatter the mirror magic. Okay, any glam magic, any mirror magic that was done on the collective, any harvesting, destiny swapping, any of that type of stuff that was done in a malicious type of way, right? This ritual was done live. All 3 days is you just came back on a different page. Okay, all 3 days it are recorded. They are timeless. You can watch it. There is a mirror in the ritual. Matter of fact, let me go and get the mirror, because we do need the mirror. All right. So I'm gonna show the mirror that way, right? Because I have a door in front of me and I don't want to point it towards the door. Okay, I don't want to point the mirror towards the door. So we are actually going to turn it this way, right? So there is a sigil that is on the mirror. And so this is our sigil for our ritual. I will get into that. All right. So let me break the candle down for you guys, right? Okay. So basically what I did was, this was a large, I don't want to say taper candle, because this is a taper candle. The smaller ones are taper candles. This, I don't know how to explain this. Usually it's inside of a glass, and this particular candle did not come in a glass. It was a pillar. Thank you, sister. So what I did was I wrote our petition out on, okay, Ace is meowing. Okay, I wrote our petition out on the candle. I I did not put individual names. What I did was I wrote out, if you are a part of the collective on YouTube, I wrote out anyone that is a part of the collective on YouTube that have intentions. I wrote very small. Now, I did write some people who gave me permission to, like, hey, I absolutely want to participate and whatnot. I did write their usernames and whatever on the candle, right? I drew the sigil onto the candle. The candle was originally cleansed in palm oil, Florida water, rue, hyssop, and pomegranate. Okay. And then it was dressed in pomegranate oil, lotus oil, van, and an attraction oil that I, have. And so let me show you guys, right? So the first thing that I noticed about this candle, right, that caught my eye is I see a snake. Okay, I see a snake. I see a snake here, right there. Okay, as it wraps, that's the first thing that I seen. I seen and when I first was looking at the candle, I didn't see it as like as a bad snake or anything like that. Snakes have such a misunderstood language here, right? What I seen and what I felt was a releasing of energy within the spine. So as this candle has been burning over the last 3 days, what you could have really experienced is like sensations from your lower back up to, the back of your head, feeling a lot of one would think it would be mental fog, but in reality, it's actually your energy breaking through, right? It's your energy breaking through. All right. So, let me go. Let me kind of stick to my messages, right? Look, my messages, okay? The candle burning clean and through in the center, right? As you can see right here, all of this is clean and clear. All of it is clean and clear. There was no wax that had went back to the center. Okay, there was no wax that had went back to the center, and basically a ring was formed around the wick. That's how I interpreted. That's how I took it. I believe that I can hold this like this without this salt falling off too. Okay. I do believe that. No salt is on my hands or anything like that. There's nothing coming off of this plate. So that was also another thing as well too. So I did not put any oil on the plate. The plate was not wet or anything before now I did cleanse the plate. I always cleanse my everything. Okay, y'all, I went to the store, I got some more. But I did cleanse the plate with Florida water in the Colonial 1800, as I do everything before anything that I'm sitting some down on. Okay, AC. Obviously, he wants to sit in the chair with me. Okay, so what I picked up on was that there was a issue that was happening in your core center. Okay, meaning in your base chakras, your root chakra, your solar plexus, your sacral chakra. There was like issues that was happening there, right? Maybe your creativity, maybe even like sexual activity. Maybe someone was experiencing some type of sexual activity hold up, like you're not feeling very attractive, even down to the root, like with family. All of this was being focused on. That's where most of the okay, Ace, get your ass out my face. Now let me move this mirror. Yeah. Let's put that there. Okay. So with the wax forming a ring around the wick, right? If y'all can see that it has like basically went through, right? It went through. Now, there is something that we are going to follow up, because what I did notice when I was looking at this, it almost looked as if there was like mildew. Like I did pick up on that. Like it felt very fungal, right? Mildew, as if someone could have mildew in their house, or there's a abundance of moisture in their house, in their household. Because when I was looking at this, I was thinking about the root, the core, the base of someone's home, right? You could have experienced a lot of issues when it comes to water. The water not working, the water turning a different color, it raining a lot where you are, and or just being emotionally filled with just shit. Okay, like shit. All of that is someone playing, someone or something, attachments and stuff. All of that was just an abundance of it being for no fucking reason. Okay, so we had to clear that out. So I was getting that right. Now, the fact that a ring has formed around the wick, right? This is, if y'all can see that, y'all can see it, okay? The fact that a ring formed around the wick, this signals that an energetic release and the target has been exposed, okay? So whomever or whatever was doing this in your energy, they have been exposed. Now, if you look at this, right, all of this is still left. So they've been exposed, but they were not able to escape, all right? Now, with this snake right here trying to get out, this energy did try to escape. They did try to escape. They noticed it. They were playing in the shadows or whatnot. They noticed that, oh, what I'm doing is being exposed. Someone sees me, whether it was your ancestors. Now, I told y'all when I was working this particular ritual, I did not call on any deities. I did not call on any deities, and I did that for a reason. The reason why is because some of the deities that we work with, those people that have been playing their housing and being dormant in our energy for so long, because the root chakra was screaming as I was reading this. The root, the sacral, and the solar plexus, all these lower chakras was screaming, which told me also that you before we even begin this ritual, right? Before we begin this ritual, you may have felt as if you emotionally released these people, meaning you have no connection to them emotionally anymore, right? You like, I don't care about these people, I don't love these people, I don't like these people, I'm not gonna have a relationship with these people. You said that, right? You made you done some type of cord cutting, but instead of like going down to the surface of why, who, what, when, which is what they were doing, they were basically trying to hide in dormant energy. You haven't been creating anything. You haven't been addressing your family or your friends. And honestly, it's been a lot of distractions in the collective that keep you from addressing these people right here. That's how they play in the shadows. Now, something could potentially come up had we had not done this ritual, because ain't shit coming up now. But something could have potentially came up where you would have, quote unquote, forgiven them. You know, they would have been throwing something back in your face, and or they would have came back with some type of offer, aka the sacral and the solar plex offering you something. Yes, baby. Yes. Okay. So spirit is alive at 5. Okay, Ace is confirming that for me. So this tells me that, you know, they tried to escape. However, they were caught in the shadows. And spirit, now another thing too, right? Another thing too is that y'all see this release off of the plate. This never went down. It never went down. It never touched the altar. No candle wax ever got onto the altar, which told me too that that was a very sacred place. Now, I use my dowser rods for placement on where we were doing the ritual, how I was setting it up. When I set it up, I really was concerned about dropping black salt on the ground because of my cat, right? Because of my animals. I was very concerned about that. So you guys can have animals, and I think I think on day 2, I think it was day 2, it might have been the long ass set intention for day 3 talk that we had, and I told y'all that someone could be trying to, they're not coming to you and doing it to you, but they're trying to manipulate you, right, and get you unfocused. So what they're doing is they could be sending things to your animals and stuff like that, right? So I was very concerned about and when I say very concerned about something, y'all, there I go with that tucking behind the ear. I don't have no hair out. I don't tuck behind my ear. I don't know why I keep doing that, right? But that's them ancestors showing up, okay? That's them ancestors showing up. I don't do that during the day or nothing, right? I do not do that. That's not my thing. So but I like this. I like this energy that I'm feeling too. I'm liking this energy that I'm feeling. So it went like me being concerned about that. I was like, you know what? We're protected, and nothing is going to keep me in a place of fear. If my cat eats some black salt, then my cat needs to eat some black salt, okay? But Ace didn't even bother the sigil that I put on the ground with the black salt. He didn't bother it. He didn't scoot it out the way. He never messed with it or anything like that. So that also told me that, you know, fear is kind of what was maybe holding some of you guys back from even performing your own ritual by yourself, right? Now, I gave every last single step. I told y'all what we was doing. I told y'all could follow along with me, or you could, you know, use the mirror that I put in the camera. You can charge it up that way, however you felt comfortable doing it, right? But it also told me that fear is a factor here as well too, right? So with this energy right here that tried to get away with what I picked up from here, and I'm also seeing a fingernail. Someone could have stiletto fingernails or whatnot. But like the person that could be trying to get away or hide in the shadows, they could be someone that wears stiletto fingernails as well too, right? You might wear stiletto fingernails, but I'm not talking about you. I'm talking to somebody who knows somebody that wears stiletto fingernails. I think that's the shape of the stiletto, right? So this person right here tried to essentially escape this ritual, right? Maybe they tried to do a reverse return to sender or something like that, right? They tried to send the energy back. The fact that it did not catch onto here to the snake, but the snake caught it right here, the hand, because this is a hand, okay? The snake caught it by the hand. Like, nah, bitch, get back, okay? Where you think you're going? You're not going anywhere, okay? That showed me that the cloak person or the spirit energy was identified and burned, and burned. Basically, what they were doing, no. It didn't work, okay? So I do get that someone knew that you were performing a ritual of some sort and may have tried to counteract your ritual, our ritual, with some magic as well too. All right? It's not happening, okay? Whatever they performed, they just was wasting their material, okay? Now, I also see a tongue, right? I'm also getting a tongue, like a mouth. That was another thing too. One of the first things that came out to me, right? Someone could have bad breath. All right. Someone definitely has bad breath. Or they can have a list, Okay. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I know what it is, but I can't do it. Like they don't like their P's are pronounced strong F's. Okay. Their R's are strong. Their S's are strong. Okay. So they have, and it's not really an accent. It actually is a speech impediment. Okay. That's because in a past life the person did a lot of cursing, and I'm not talking about using profanity, I'm talking about like actual cursing. So in this life, spirit has kind of blocked their throat chakra. Now this is a person that talks about you, that speaks ill of you, or whatever the case is, right? And all of that, all of that, this is how you recognize who and what that person is, because of the way that they speak. Okay. And I'm not talking about the way that they run their mouth and talk shit. Like, how you gonna have a speech impediment and talk shit? Like, the fuck? All right. So the sigil, right? So the sigil, you guys won't be able to see it, right? Y'all won't be able to see it, but it actually was like somewhere right here. And there's only one word on this candle that I can see, and the word is love. That's it. Love. Love. That's the only word that I can actually see clear as day, is love. And that's right here. And as you can see, that's like kind of one of the thickest parts of the candle that was left. And so I think spirit really wanted to like point that out, that you are loved, like in the physical and in the spirit realm. Because what this mirror that they were basically casting through, what they did was they may have lowered your self-esteem, really made you feel as if, well, nobody is going to love you like I love you, nobody is going to appreciate you like I appreciate you. Really playing on that narcissistic, fake ass love type of shit. All right, so this could actually be like a loved one, and spirit is telling you like, well, the ones that really love you are with you. Okay, so the other thing too, right? So on this tongue, there's a hole. Someone could have had their tongue pierced, or either have their tongue pierced, right? And then right here, there's also a hole. They can have their lip pierced. All right. So the other thing, too, was, do I want to say that? Yeah, I want to talk about it, because I wrote it down, but I'm looking at it too, and I'm like, should I even talk about this? All right, so this is like feminine health here that I'm getting ready to say, right? Someone is going to be like, I don't want y'all to be embarrassed about this, because this is just like women's health happening. Someone could be going through the changes like early, or could have been going through the changes early, experiencing a lot of hot flashes, from hot to cold sweats, and then maybe vaginal dryness, or like tingling in the breast or whatnot. So these are your sexual organs being attacked. Okay, these were your sexual organs being attacked. Now what I received was that this is just a call, and I'm reading it from here. Okay, this is a health call for you to like maybe see like a doctor, but not like a doctor. This is not health advice, but this is spiritual advice, right? the type of doctor that you need to see is someone that specializes in like herbs, okay, plant medicines and stuff like that. So it really just gave me like someone could have been doing sex magic or you know, trying to get you basically shit, a dry spell, like put you in a dry spell. Like, I don't know why I got a dry spell, and that's what I heard, right? I wrote that down. That's what I heard, a dry spell. But this, when I seen dry spell, I seen somebody shriveled up like a prune. Now, that did return back to sender, okay? That did return back to sender. That's what they get, you know, that's them, whatever the case is. Don't be fucking with people's stuff. That has something to do with a man that potentially that somebody could have wanted from you or whatever the case is, right? They wanted that man to kind of talk shit to you, or he was talking shit to you, or saying like what's wrong or whatever the case is, right? So that did return back to sender, all right? So all right, so the wax spiral formation, a serpent-like loop, okay? The remaining wax wrapped itself in a loop, serpent-like spiral curling upward. All right, curling upward. This is spirit confirming a protective coil, like the Kundalini guardian and a serpent mirror. It also symbolized a return to sender magic that's being completed and cycling in nature. A karmic loop has closed. Now, with that karmic loop closing, this is something that you had to go through. The reason why you had to go through it is one, spirit wanted to I don't want to say test you, right? But there's a lesson in this. There's a lesson in what you have been experiencing. And I'm going to show you guys, as soon as I finish explaining this, I'm going to show you guys how to basically seal this up so this does not happen again. All right. So this is a rare signature. When I was looking it up or whatnot and going deeper into the messages that I received, it said that this is a rare signature that tells us that your ancestors and spirits created a bind and a lock mid-ritual. Okay? Mid-ritual. Which I kind of felt like when I did that intention, like on setting intentions or whatnot, and y'all know I had the dream where I was running through the street, basically. Well, I wasn't running. There was a guy with a mirror in his hand, and I was trying to get him to give me the mirror. I just seen a flash of smoke too. I was trying to get him to give me the mirror, right? And so he wouldn't give me the mirror, but I was like, I'm not about to chase you, right? And then there was a group of people inside of the building. And then the building turned into a pyramid. That signified ancient ancestors and connections to, I wish I knew the words that I could express. Thank you so much, Saraswati. Please, Leela Saraswati, please help me out in explaining this. These are galactic ancestors, okay? These are ancient Egyptian ancestors that have basically it's telling you like, hey, you may not know that you have this type of connection. A lot of us were initiated in past lives, and we're not to be initiated physically in this life, right? Because there are so many trickster spirits that are out here, but we are meant to like learn. We are meant to learn. Okay, we're always meant to learn. But the ancestors and the spirits that walk with you, war with you, and guide you this lifetime, they are basically saying like, hey, don't do that. We got that. Okay, we're gonna handle that. That's not something, you don't need to invoke us to do that. You don't need to you just have to say, hey, I give you permission to help me run this life that, you know, basically I agreed to come down here and do, right? All right. So the salt pattern and the surface texture, right? The salt pattern. The salt did not breach or overtake the wax, meaning protection was secure throughout the process. The uneven salt scatter. So if, as y'all can see, that there is a lot of salt here, right? But this side is light. All right. So the uneven salt scatter shows that some energies moved or scatter away quickly, perhaps as a result of the petition reclaiming stolen energy. Okay. So let me put that in layman's terms. Some people got the fuck on the minute that you snatched their energy back. Okay. So you may have, and it's so crazy that y'all may have, like, people could have went ghost. Okay, been quiet. People could be saying, and this is, remember I told y'all, this is my truth spell that I run all the time. I run this truth spell all the time. So when a weakling spirit is like, I don't want to fight with you, I don't want to argue with you. Basically, you might think that, okay, they're a narcissist. Yes, they are a narcissist, but they also recognize how powerful you really are, so they get the fuck on, right? These ones right here, this salt right here, you know what? I'm not even gonna break that down right there. I'm not even gonna break that down. Just know that they scattered away quickly, and it's a result of your petition reclaiming stolen energy. All right. So this often signals that someone felt the mirror reflection hit them before they expected it. Okay. They already know who you are. They know that you are someone that is into rituals. You are someone that does mirror magic in itself. Yes, I said you are someone that does mirror magic, right? When I say you do mirror magic, that's return to senders. You're someone to say, you know what? I'm returning that energy back to sender automatically, right? You might wear a evil eye charm bracelet. Y'all, you know what? What's crazy too? My evil eye bracelet broke on the 3rd day. My white evil eye bracelet. If you look at the other videos that I've done, I always have a white evil eye bracelet. So I went ahead and put my Radashka beads on for the video. Since I'm out here sharing the energy, right? These are evil eye bracelets as well too. But my actual physical evil eye bracelet, the white one, it broke. It broke on the 3rd day. Well, yesterday, Saturday, it broke. And when it broke too, let me tell y'all, when it broke, this I know. The thought that came in my head went out so fucking quick, right? I was going to say something in the lines. My husband texted me and was like, are you okay? Like I had told him, I said, we haven't been on a date in 2 years. Now, it was a joke because we go on a date all the time. But I was like, we haven't been on a date in 2 years. We need to go on a date next week. And he was like, okay. He was like, dang, it's been that long. And so I was like, yeah, it's been that long. And then he was like, are you okay? In the mind frame, like 2 years, like, are you being funny? Or what are you saying? Right? And when he texted that, I looked at the message like, yeah, I'm okay. Like, why is he asking me that, right? And so I flipped it around and I had said something. Hello, Christina. I flipped it around and I had said something, but then I unsent the message and I was like, babe, my evil eye bracelet broke. And he was like, you need to get another one of those ASAP. I'm like, right? So yeah. So you could be someone who wears protection jewelry or whatnot, and your protection jewelry may have been misplaced, or it may have been lost, or it could have broken, or anything like that. Make sure that when your protection jewelry breaks, that you bury it in the ground. Okay, you take it outside, put it next to a tree, bury it, dig it in some dirt, just so you can ground the energy. If you have like yeah, like I always look at my leg keys and my ears just started ringing. If you have like protection jewelry that comes from like one of your elders or like one of your gurus or mentors or something like that, always contact them so that they can kind of, read the energy, cleanse the energy, ground it, or ask them, what to do. What do you do yourself? All right. What do you do yourself? If you have a relationship like that with them. If not, just bury it in the earth. Okay? It doesn't have to be next to a tree. For real, for real. I prefer it next to a tree. Trees are older than us, right? Most trees are older than us. So, I prefer to give it back to the ancestors, the ones before us. But you could just bury it into the ground, um, outside your home, or you could put it in the water if that's what you feel called to do. Grounding is better. All right. So, so the flame in the wick, right? As this was, and I'm going to share these photos, and because I did take photos during the ritual, I told you guys that I would. I'm going to share some of them up under the community tab for us as well. So the flame in the wick in the video, I mean, in like during it, right? The flame was very strong, very high. Even as the candle was collapsing. Okay, and as it was collapsing, I seen the side, which is crazy because this type of candle, it usually burned up like this. It'll burn up like this, and then it'll stay up. It doesn't usually fall to the side. But it started to bend over and like roll over. So I knew that whomever was trying to do mirror magic on you guys, or whoever was in the energy, I knew that they were trying to not be seen. They were trying to escape. And I was literally watching this candle like, are they going to get a fucking way with this? You know, I didn't believe that they was, because at the time, once I seen that happening, I really did start going ham on prayer, on the candle, evoking that energy of our ancestors and our spirit team to, hey, if them bitches try to run, if they try to hide, snatch them up by their collar and drag their asses back, because absolutely not. We're not doing this with any ill intentions. We are simply asking that divine brings our own reflection, our own image, our own abundance back to us. What's wrong with that? You know, our own likeness back to us. And keep these motherfuckers out of our energy. So how is that evil? You know? So yeah, this right here, the motherfuckers trying to escape this ass whooping that they received and going to continue to receive. Yeah, that's what's evil. So, based on, okay, da 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 da. All right. So the candle collapsing was a very good sign. The flame never died out mid-burn or flickered uncontrollably. Now, the crazy part is, too, I have two other candles for us. I have a return to sender candle. I mean, not a return to sender. I'm sorry. A double reverse action candle, right? That candle currently, it has one more day on it. I know it has one more day on it. I could tell. Maybe, no, it should probably be done tomorrow. And I'll show you guys that glass as well, too. But it's clear. It's burning very clear. I jam-packed that candle with herbs, with different types of herbs to stop gossiping, to stop astral traveling and the spirit, to stop people from doing unauthorized Reiki. The unauthorized Reiki is actually coming. I felt as if it was coming from practitioners that felt like you were emotionally unstable. So now this is the thing right here, right? You get some people that get all in your business, right? They get all in your business, and you be wanting to handle the shit yourself. You be like, you know what? I need to feel this way. You know, I need to feel this way so I can know. Like, for example, grief, right? Grief. Someone passes away. And then you have someone telling you, like, don't cry, don't cry. Bitch, what? What? I need to feel this way so that way the next time somebody passed away, I put my big girl panties on and I can, you know, stomach this or whatnot. It's almost like seeing, you know, after, were you in the army? When you're in the army and you have to defend your country, right? You have to defend your country. The first time you may get triggered from it. And then the second time it's like, this is my job. I'm not doing anything wrong. This is my job. Okay. So it's just war, you know, it's just spiritual warfare or whatnot. And some of us have to go through spiritual warfare. But you get people that are like, well, no, I don't want you to have to go through that. You shouldn't have to go through that. Like, mind your business. Whatever I go through is whatever I go through. So I did receive that someone was trying to do unauthorized, like, Reiki on somebody, or unauthorized healing. And they weren't trying to destiny swap with them, essentially, right? But they were projecting feelings onto somebody. It's almost as if y'all ever watched Twilight. Jasper has this power. Jasper is the one that was married to Alice. And Jasper has this power to control the emotions of people in the room so that they feel calm and they agree to do things, or, you know, they just like, oh, okay, like he erases. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, but someone was abusing their powers, okay? Someone definitely was abusing their powers. There is a tear right there. You can't really see it that way. I hope y'all can see it this way. Let me see. It's right here. There is a tear here that it's almost as if someone wanted to cry, but the tears just couldn't come out. So this could be a loss of someone or something, right? Maybe it's a loss of a relationship, maybe it's a loss of a contract, a dog, I don't know. And it's like, I want to cry about this, but I can't. So spirit is kind of like, now mind y'all, this is also on the other side of love too, right? So spirit is saying, like, now you can handle that cry. Okay, now you can handle that cry. I want to say that too. So let me just do a summary and a recap real quick. Okay, so the hollow center right here, so that signified the core energy burned and being exposed. Okay, the spiral wax, okay, like the serpent, a return to sender, plus having serpent protection. Let me let me get that. Let me get the meaning of a serpent real quick for y'all. Really, Ace? Really? That was very quick. My boy got in my chair super quick. That's not it. So a serpent often symbolizes transformation, rebirth, and healing. In many cultures, they represent the shedding of old ways and beginnings of something new, much like how a snake sheds its skin. It could be a message for you to embrace change and leave behind past behaviors and enter a new phase of life. Yeah. So, y'all know I gotta bust out my, let me see, where is it? Where is it? My favorite tarot card meaning to the death card. I just cleaned this desk off. I'm always looking for this meaning of this death card. I'm gonna learn it by heart. Basically, it says like a snake shedding its skin, suddenly reborn into another being or something like that. I don't know. I thought I had it sitting up here. There go my oh, these are the herbs that I use too. Some of the herbs that I used inside of the candle. Is it? Nope, that's not it. Okay, I don't know. I don't know where it is. But some of the herbs that I used inside of the candle was bladderwrack for protection, sea spells, wind spells, money and psychic powers, mullein, devil's claw, protection, dispels unwanted company, banishment, exorcism, and purification. Mullein is for courage, protection, wealth, love, divination, and exorcisms. And slippery elm is to stop gossip. Okay. I don't know. I cleaned this desk off, and every time I clean this desk off, I always put that book somewhere new. I thought I put it up here. It's probably inside of a book. It's definitely probably inside of one of these notebooks. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, so what is the spiritual energy of the serpent? So in Sanskrit, Kundalini Shakti represents and translate as the serpent power. Okay, Lord Shiva has a serpent on his neck, right? And it's basically cleansing the poison that he consumed on the earth. But like I told you, I did not invoke any deities, even though you don't have to invoke Lord Shiva for him to do his job. But anywho, Kundalini is thought to be the energy released within an individual using meditation techniques, and it represents symbolically as the serpent coils at the base of the spine. Okay, I told y'all it could be some things going on with the spine where you have felt energy kind of powering up. Okay, let me go back to my notes. All right, what else? Okay, so basically the spiral wax is a return to sender plus the serpent's protection. right? Ashes at the base of the candle, the ashes at the base of the candle, past false messages being dissolved, okay? Past false messages being dissolved. Definitely have a lot false messages, false ideas, false thoughts, false projections towards your family, towards your creations, towards your love life, your your inner strength and your courage, okay? Scattered salt, spirits dislodging and mirror work push them out, okay? Y'all see that salt, it being, you know, basically it kind of seems as if it's empty right here. It's not. It's just a little bit right there. So salt is very protective, and this is actually sea salt on this base. This is sea salt, real sea salt. Okay. So anywho, the flame stands strong. The altar held power, and the ritual was very successful. Now, what are we doing next, right? What do we do next? The reason why we have something left to do in this ritual is because we want to seal it. Okay, anytime you perform a ritual, you don't just, okay, all right, what am I going to do with this candle? How am I going to dispose of it? So I want to seal it so that this little motherfucker right here, right there, this little motherfucker that's right here, the one that's right there, you know, that created these holes, the one that mildew, that fucks with the emotional mindset or whatever the case is, we want to basically seal this up. All right, we want to seal this work. So what we are going to do is, I have a candle, right? I have another candle. We are going to burn a white candle with the mirror sigil carved in it in reverse to lock in the retrieval and prevent reattachment. Okay, so remember I told y'all in that second video, the second day 2 video, was that there was a flood of mirrors coming up the street, right? Coming down the street, a flood of mirrors. There was no people, but there was still basically, like, you could feel as if like my mirror is out there. Nobody has it. I could feel that it's not attached to anybody. It's not even attached to you, really, right? You know, you have it, but you don't have it, right? And so I want to seal this in so that reattachment cannot happen again. That absolutely happens. You know how you let that motherfucker come back? Okay? You know how you let that motherfucker come back? How you let that friend come back in? How you speak to them again? You let them apologize. You know, you don't go back and block them. You unblock them. You look in your phone and you unblock them. That's someone doing work on you. When you unblock a motherfucker, that's somebody doing work on you. Okay? They're sending you telepathic messages. Just unblock me. Unblock me. Oh, you got a new page and it's coming up as you know, they work the algorithm. They work the algorithm. I shouldn't be coming, if y'all don't like me or anything like that, I shouldn't be coming up as a suggested friend. Okay? The minute that you see it, you don't like me, block me. Okay? I'm not looking or searching for you. So, and remove my number out of your phone. You get what I'm saying? We're going to do that too. We're going to do that too. So how we are going to do this, I'm going to draw the mirror. I'm going to draw the mirror sigil onto this candle, right? I'm going to draw it in reverse. So when I burn it, it's going to, you know, be in reverse. So we're not doing that. Okay, we're gonna lock this and prevent reattachment. Okay. The other thing that you should do, right, is if you did this at home, right? If you did this at home by yourself, or if you can, if you really can, right? You don't have to go through the whole ritual again. You guys are already charged up inside the community ritual, right? sleep, get a mirror, a small mirror, right? Y'all, let me show y'all some small mirrors that I have. Now, I didn't use these in the work, but these are some small mirrors that I have. I think that I got these maybe at Michael's or Joann Fabrics. They have some a little bit bigger than this, right? There's also like little handy mirrors. Let me go get a small mirror for y'all. Okay, I'm going to show y'all this way because like I told you, I have a door right there. So this is a compact mirror, small mirror. You can use this, okay? You can use this. What you want to do is you want to sleep with the mirror covered or flipped for 3 nights, all right? So if you have a small compact mirror, you can do this tomorrow, okay? You can do this tomorrow. You go get you a mirror tomorrow. You can put the sigil on the mirror, right? Put the sigil on the mirror and you want to cover it or you want to have it flipped. If like for example, I have this mirror, right? This is our collective mirror. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this for the collective. I'm going to flip it on the altar for the collective. So you don't have to do it if you don't want to. But if you want to put that oomph on it, you want to put your own your own personal power on it, do this. Okay? You do it yourself. All right? I'm very powerful, but so are you. Okay? So you want to have your sigil on it. Now, let me show y'all what the sigil looks like. I'm going to draw the sigil out for y'all. I'm just using this piece of paper for just to show y'all. This is not it. This is a sigil created by me for use for you guys. Okay? The first part that you're drawing is that. That's the first part. That's where you're starting at, okay? Don't draw the line first. Draw the mirror first. This is the mirror. And these arrows, they represent it coming back to you. What you're giving out is what you allow, okay? These smaller arrows is what you allow. But all of that majorness is coming back to you. Coming back to center to you, okay? Girls need love. Girls. I don't know why I have that song in my head. It's very simple. Okay? Very simple. So the arrow down, this arrow It's colored in. It's shaved in. Okay. All right. And all of these are open. Well, these are closed too. What you're giving out is closed too. There is no arrow at the top for a particular reason. All right. So that is what the sigil looks like. This is the Mirror Gate Protection Sigil. All right. You can also draw this on your mirrors, right? You can use a dry erase marker and you can draw it on your mirrors. All right. Remember, I told y'all when y'all do shadow work, it's really good to do shadow work in front of a mirror. Especially if you're doing like inner child shadow work over a parent that has transitioned, or a spirit that has transitioned, or a spirit that you don't really, like you don't want any type of attachment to or anything like that. Mirror. If you have children, draw this on a mirror. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot one thing. This is what I forgot. The connector. The connector. All right. So it makes a cross in the middle. So the circle, the arrows coming in, the arrows going out, the line going down, the line going across. Okay. And then this is the last line. This is the last line that you draw right here. Is that one. Okay. All right. So I numbered it. When you do 7, well, 7 is going across. When you do 6 going down, right, you're also going to draw that arrow down there as well. Okay. So this is all together from the top line to the bottom line is all together. 7 is going across. 8 is going across. All right. So back to my notes. So you are going to light a white. You're going to also draw the sigil on the candle. Let me draw our sigil. In reverse. Okay. This is if you're not able to do anything, right? If you're not able to do anything at home, the most that you can do is sleep with the mirror. Okay. Have the mirror covered, or sleep with the mirror for 3 days. All right. Just so that you kind of like put the energy of you picking up your mirror, like you saying, I'm picking up my mirror, I'm picking up my image. Okay. So we have you can use a white, or you can use a gold candle. No candle bigger than this. Okay. No candle bigger than this. I'm gonna draw our sigil onto our candle. All right, so you can't, of course, you won't be able to see it, but it is on there. All right. So this candle, it looks like it, you know, it may look like it's a little dirty or whatnot, but it's actually been cleansed in palm oil. All right. So I am going to, for us, I am going to, since we are sealing this in, I'm going to use our oils. So I'm using Love and Attraction oil. I have a an attraction oil. There's a little bay leaf in there. It has a lot of herbs in there though. I'm going to use pomegranate. I love pomegranate oil. Okay. And I'm going to use lodestone oil. And I'm just pouring this into my hands. Okay. Of course, I'm using the lotus oil. A few drops of that. And most of all, a good old protection oil. Okay. And I'm going to charge up our candle. By divine authority, in the presence of our ancestors, our guides, and our protectors, this space is sealed in truth and light. Only blessings, clarity, and messages meant for the collective may enter to us and be received from us. Any false reflections, masks, and karmics or thieves are blocked and returned back to their source. Okay? What is not aligned with divine love and justice cannot pass to us. And cannot be reflected to us. Okay? So, candle is charged, right? I'm not even going to lie, y'all. I'm going to put this on the altar, but I am going to pray over it. I'm going to say that 3 times, okay, in private, in peace. But y'all know, this is for us, okay? This is for us. All right, babies? Let me put this somewhere. Let me go put it on the altar real quick, okay? So what I'm going to do is I am going to actually burn this here in the center, okay? I'm going to, how I burn this on top of the candle is, what I do is I'm going to heat it up, all right? And I'm going to burn it right on top of that wax, okay? So that this seals up, all right? All right, let's light an incense. I'm burning rosemary incense. Why? I don't know. That's what Divine told me to burn. So that's what we burning. Let me see what rosemary is for. Anybody know what rosemary is for? Oh, very interesting. First word, remembrance. So it says rosemary in the spiritual context is widely associated with remembrance, protection, purification, and enhancing focus and clarity. It is a versatile herb used in various rituals and practice for the ability to cleanse space, ward off negativity, and connect with the divine. Okay, it is it's particularly associated with honoring ancestors and loved ones who have passed. It is used in ancestral work, dream recall, and connecting with the spirits of the realm. It is believed to offer protection against negative influences and energies and act as a shield for both individuals and space. This is why it is often used in smudging rituals, worn as an amulet, or placed in homes for protection. So rosemary. Y'all have some rosemary in y'all cabinets? Sprinkle some at the door. Okay? Which is, I think I use rosemary in the candle as well too. Okay? So I have like a shelf, and then I have like a ton of herbs, right? So I get to going through stuff. I use my dowser rods, and what my dowser rods um tell me to use, that's what I use. Sometimes I don't look up what it's for. I use it. When it's time for me to know what it's for, I'll be like, oh, okay, that really makes sense. Okay. So your ancestors could definitely be trying to tell you to remember something that you dreamed about, or recalling something back to you. Okay, so now I'm gonna light the candle for us. So you guys, if you're not lighting the candle at home, that's fine. This is a collective ritual. There's no homework. The homework is just to show up and be present. All right, but get the damn mirror. At any point, get the mirror. Okay, get your mirror. Or you could use your bathroom mirror, and well, you can't really cover your bathroom mirror. You can't cover your bathroom mirror. Okay, someone could cover their bathroom mirror. I don't know. Maybe cover your bathroom mirror. All right. If you have a mirror in your bedroom, cover your bedroom mirror. Ooh. My husband be like, "Why?" I'd be like, "Cause this ghost coming through it." He'd be like, "All right, okay." My husband be with the shits. When I'm with the shits, he be with the shits. Okay, I love him. That's an Aquarius, Sag, Scorpio. That's wild business right there. And we both have Scorpio stellums. He has a Sag stellum too, so he be with the shits. Okay, so now what we're doing, so we're sealing the ritual. So we're gonna light a candle lit. We're going to trace the Mirror Gate Protection Sigil onto the mirror with oil or moon water or breath. Okay, y'all know how to breathe into. Where's my little mirror? Oh, y'all know how y'all breathe on the mirror, and you put some breath on it. Okay, you put some breath on it. Bam! I just drew that sigil real quick. Okay. I'm not gonna show y'all because, oh well, I guess I can't show y'all. Okay, there we go. Yes, I have Clorox sitting on the I should get it off just in case it busts open, but I have Clorox sitting over there, y'all. Okay, so we are going to breathe in 4 times, hold the breath 4 times. 4 seconds. Breathe in 4 seconds, hold the breath 4 seconds, and exhale for 6 seconds. Okay. So this is like another mini ritual, and then you say it aloud. Rooted and sealed. All right. So we have our mirror. We have our sigil on our mirror. Okay. We have our sigil on our mirror. Right. And you are going to say aloud after you take your deep breaths. Rooted and sealed, blessings remain, harm cannot return. Rooted and sealed, blessings remain, harm cannot return. Rooted and sealed, blessings remain, harm cannot return. Okay? You're going to cover the mirror or flip the mirror for 3 nights. Okay? So this is going to stay flipped this way, facing, and it's so crazy. I told y'all there is a portal right where I am doing the ritual, and usually nothing bad, I'm saying usually nothing bad ever comes through that portal right there, right? I do get ancestors through the portal when I'm doing mediumships and stuff like that. Things over there get the doing this thing. I don't never have the ancestors knock anything down, but I do know when people's ancestors, when I'm doing mediumships or their spirit guides or whomever is coming through on the mediumship, right? I do notice when they're coming, the food gets old within hours. Okay. within hours. The water evaporates really quick. Of course, a lot of spirit bubbles in the water. It's always spirit bubbles in the water. The candles burn real fast or whatnot. Like ancestor candles are lasting like 2 to 3 days. When if I do a reading, I just went and bought. I went on Friday. I think I bought like 9 candles, and I have 1 black candle left. So today I went and bought like 4 more. I probably should have got more than that, but I just went and got 4 more. My God, they get on my eye. Okay, so another thing that you can do is you can take a bath. All right, even if you don't, you don't have a mirror. Well, if you don't have a mirror, get a mirror. Use the mirror. Get a mirror. Okay. You can get a compact mirror. This mirror came from the dollar store. I need to make sure I put it back in my purse. I love carrying mirrors with me. Okay, I like people to look at me and see a reflection of themselves, bitch. All right. You can take a rue, hyssop, and sea salt bath. Okay, sea salt is found in the grocery store. Okay, so you can take a rue, hyssop, sea salt bath. Now, what you want to do is you want to take some of the water out of the bath and pour it into the earth. Okay, you want to take some of the water out of the bath and pour it into the earth. All right. Leave water, flowers, honey of gratitude for the ancestors and for your divine team. I am doing that for you guys. Okay, I'm doing that. We have coconut cake as an offering, and I drizzled it with the molasses, with the honey. Honey is very expensive, so I know some people can't afford honey, but we have the honey, we have the sugar. I have an offering up on behalf of the collective. So your ancestors, your spirit team, they're very pleased because I do know that some people aren't able to, maybe afford these things right now. You will be soon. You will be soon, baby. Okay. But I did leave out a offering. So you can leave out some water if you don't have anything else. Put some water in. If you don't have an ancestor altar, get an ancestor altar. But if you cannot have an ancestor altar right now, put a glass of water in the window sill. Okay. Another really powerful ritual, right, is to talk to your ancestors. Speak into. I don't want to put this water on the camera because that's active water right now. But to speak into the water, right? Put it in the windowsill, and the next morning drink the water. All right. My sister just reminded me of that. You can set a glass of water outside. Oh, something's gonna fly into it, and it's so funny because when you really know that like spirit is helping and assisting you, nothing's gonna get into that water. But they may test you and throw something into the water, and you be like, I don't want to eat or drink that. I'm not gonna drink that. It has a bug in it, bitch. Fish the bug out. You know how many bugs we didn't swallow for real? Okay. Or cover it. Just cover it. All right. Let me not be. This 2025, they putting stuff inside of the bugs. So let me not do that. Just cover the water. You could put a napkin over the water with a little rub band or something. Okay. Now, another thing, right? That was coming up in the candle. Oh, I moved the candle. Another thing that was coming up in the candle. I told y'all that people they do work to try to get you to unblock them. Okay, they think that we don't see them. Get new social medias. I'm always one to get a new social media, right? So we need to tidy up our space, and I'm gonna do this today. I'm gonna do this tonight. As soon as I get up off of here, I'm gonna do this tonight. I did pre-pull some cards. I'm gonna go through these cards, but I'm not gonna get deep into like a reading like that. I'm just gonna show you guys what came out a little bit, right? And what was coming up, like really quick. So, tidy up your digital space. Block, mute, energy leaks. Refresh passwords. And remove old mirrors and images that feel off. Okay? So if you have like an old mirror and you're like, I had this mirror for a long time. which is crazy because I feel that way about a particular mirror that I have. That's so crazy. I end up buying the new mirror for us when I have a mirror, but I was like, that mirror was it's something with that mirror. Okay, it's something with that mirror. And so I really felt like I should get a new mirror. So I got a new mirror. Okay. So, and I wasn't sure how to dispose of a mirror, but I'm just going to wrap it and I am going to shatter it and I am going to trash it. Okay. I'm going to shatter, hit it with a hammer, break it down, make it small or whatnot. And then I'm going to trash it because I don't want anybody to be like, oh, that's a nice mirror. Pick it up and get this mirror that I've done work on. Okay. So yeah. So it says tidy up your digital space, block, mute energy leaks, refresh passwords, and remove old mirrors. People are about to wake up and be like, damn, she blocked me. I am literally about to go find I'm a Scorpio stellium. So I can find anybody's social media, anybody's digital space. I'm a investigator. I can find anybody's address too. I love that. Okay. So, yeah. So we're going to tidy up our digital space. All right. Delete people. Refresh your passwords, especially passwords that you share with somebody, maybe PIN codes you share with somebody, something that it could be significant. Someone could be trying to hack someone's network. All right. So let's go through these cards, right? So I want to show you guys, first of all, the people that was coming up in the energy, whether it be in good or bad or whatever the case is, right? These are archetype cards, so let's see what we have. Ooh, we have the healer. There is a healer in the collective, okay? And it says passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. There's a Reiki healer here. Okay, the ability to transform pain into healing. All right. Definitely a Reiki healer. Someone could be a pastor. Someone could be like a mentor of some sort. Okay, a spiritual healer. You have advocate. Okay, someone that shows up and speaks out and takes action and inspires you to put compassion into action. Okay, a hermit. Definitely Virgo energy, right? A hermit. Virgo Gemini energy actually on that one too. Virgo Gemini Pisces energy. Okay, seek solitude to focus internally on inner life and serves personal creativity. Then you have trickster. Okay, so it was definitely a trickster that came up. All right, transcending convention, stiffness, and predictable behavior, manipulating others through duplicity. Okay, so definitely a trickster spirit, someone who thinks they're a magician, thinks they can do that work. A martyr spirit, okay, someone that took a hit for somebody up in the collective. Learning the transcendent nature of serving to oneness or cause. And then also this martyr, this could be someone on the other side. This is someone on the other side that took a hit for you. Remember I told y'all that the ancestors came through like okay, so this could be like something as a generational curse, and you like, well, this is how my family has always been. This is how we've always been. Nobody is married, nobody's nice, nobody goes to college or anything like that. Your ancestors is pretty much saying like, no, that was us, that was our generation, we did that, we took on those spell works and all that stuff. That's not you. I literally just seen a feather in the someone could be Native American. Avenger, okay, Avenger. Someone can live in California. I see CA on here. Someone can live in Denver. Okay, and it says a desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of the society or on oneself. Okay, so definitely someone that does something for the spiritual benefit of all. Okay, Mighty Power Ranger. All right, so you have Alchemist in reverse. This is the only card that came out in reverse. Alchemist in reverse. It says a misuse of power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. So there is someone in the energy that is a false alchemist. Definitely like misuses their power. And then you have Seeker. Okay, and it says the thirst for wisdom and truth wherever you are. So this card right here, when I was pulling these cards, I promise y'all on everything I love, I did not look at these cards. But this is the only card that flipped this way. Like it did flip up, right? And like out of all these cards that I pulled, I was pulling very slow and I was trying to just go like this. But this card right here, the Seeker, came up. So this is Spirit saying that for this next go round, this is not only you seeking adventure, but also seeking help as well too. So it's okay to learn and try something else and try something new. But don't think that you know exactly what it is and what you're supposed to be doing off back. Okay. Ask for help. Okay. The inability to commit to a path once found is the shadow energy of this. So ask for help. Don't go back like, well, you know what? I'm used to doing something like this. The Seeker always goes towards the North Node. But they have definitely like learned from their South Node energy. So you're not abandoning your South Node energy. You're using it to your advantage. Okay. All right. So let me show you guys the, I guess I probably should have started off with these cards, which is the overall energy. Okay, I put these at the top. Let me turn this way so you guys can kind of see. I hope the camera don't turn. It's my to-do list. My to-do list that is done. There we go. All right, so you have love bombing. Truth hurts. Back and forth. You deserve better, which is in reverse. And then sweeter than sour. Look at her. She in front of a mirror too. Sweeter than sour. Okay? And then you deserve better. Someone is definitely going to be in the energy trying to make you think that they are better. That they have gotten better. They are better. With the love bombing and then the truth hurt, reality check, wake up call, clear your eyes. There's definitely a third party in the energy, right? Emotional yo-yo, on and off, confusion or whatnot. These are all overall energies that came out. And when I was pulling these cards, I was sitting right in front of the candle. Okay. And I was asking like, okay, what was happening during this? And the last card that came out is this right here, and it says sweeter than sour. Okay, fake nice, mean, undercurrent, and manipulative, right? So Spirit is definitely telling you that these shadows, these ones that lurk in the mirrors or whatnot, they're fake nice, which is what I fucking got the other day. Like somebody, I told y'all that there was a spirit that showed up that was being nice to me, and I'm like, and that's the day that I was late doing the ritual. So people are being nice and manipulative right now. They can even be trying to have conversations with you and be doing spell work on you behind your back. Of course they are, right? They really don't like you. They talk about you behind your back. You deserve better in reverse. Yeah, you do deserve better. But you need to realize that better is not in anything that's in the past. Okay, back and forth, all that emotional yo-yoing and all that stuff, it causes a lot of confusion. It causes a lot of hurt. But at the end of the day, you already know the truth. The truth hurts. It does, but sometimes you just gotta face reality, right? Wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. All right. Dreams coming true. Divorce in reverse. If someone has tried to do a spell to break you and your person up, watch how them tables turn. Definitely watch how them tables turn. Okay. Accusatory, whatever. Okay. Believe someone has done them wrong and points the finger in reverse. The finger is absolutely being pointed back. Abandoned in reverse. Okay. Left for dead, deserted. And you know what? I'm dropping that over that damn back and forth or whatever the case is. This person has left you and abandoned you, but the last time that they left need to be the last time that they keep their asses gone. So Scorpio, Aries there, Taurus and Aquarius on the accusing. Somebody accusing somebody something, abandoned, left but dead. Is that Scorpio, Aries, or first and eighth house? Possibilities. Virgo and Aries. Okay. Impossible is possible. Choices and decisions. Cyberbully. Of course the cyberbully comes out, right? Of course. Someone attacking you through words or posts or the cancel culture, whatever the case is. They're getting their shit canceled. Make sure y'all are blocking people that are cyberbullies. Okay? Even if they're not cyberbullying you, you don't want their energy. You know what? I had got that too today. I laughed so fucking hard that somebody is waiting on someone to bully somebody for them. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because this person already told you, get the fuck up out of my energy. They already told you, not out of my energy, but get the fuck up out of their energy. This is somebody that may be a spiritual ghostbuster like myself or whatnot. And there's somebody waiting on another spiritual avenger, another spiritual ghostbuster to defend them or something. Like, no, you're a cyber bully and this person recognizes you as a cyber bully. Like, period. They recognize you as a cyber bully. Spreading lies in reverse. This is exactly why and how they recognize you as a cyber bully. They know that those, what is this, false witnessing? They know that those lies, those slandering, all that stank ass shit, here you go with that tongue. Look, and I told y'all remember on the candle, there was, I told you that little stiletto. Look at that. But it's coming off of a tongue. This is exactly what that candle burnt like. This person that's spreading false lies, their breath stank. Could be a cyber bully. Left on red. Someone is not responding to messages being sent or messages are not going through. Someone could have tried to come back or has come back during Mercury retrograde. Chill on that. Occult. Of course, occult comes out. Okay. Strange, sinister, twisted behavior. Taurus, Virgo on that one. Left on red. It could be a Gemini or a Taurus getting left on red. Smoke and mirrors. Okay. Misleading and embellishment. Okay. Yeah, these are all things that's this shit is getting exposed. Someone being overlooked. Okay, someone being overlooked, not being valued, underappreciated, undermined. Bloodsucker, a bloodsucker, all right? Spiritual vampires, energy vampires, depriving at your own expense. That shit is in reverse, and it's going to stay in reverse. These bloodsuckers are being deceitful, all right? They're being deceitful. Liar, pants on fire, withholding the truth. All right, could be a Sagittarius. Bloodsucker on the Gemini. Gaslighting in the reverse. Somebody setting their own ass on fire. Psychological manipulator. Blames without reflection. Okay, could be a Leo or a Scorpio. And that shit is returning back to sender. Tampering. Someone thought they was going to tamper with some type of evidence. Okay. Some type of evidence. They thought that they was going to manipulate you to delete the files, to do whatever. Yeah, you know what's crazy? When I said clean up your digital space, I said block, mute, energy leaks, refresh passwords, and remove old mirrors and images that feel off, right? The truth doesn't feel off. These people want you to feel as if, you know, hey, you can go ahead and delete that exposure work. No, I'm keeping it for evidence, okay? Because you bitches are weird and you're just weird, okay? Aries, Leo, and Libra on that. There could be someone trying to tamper with evidence. Disconnected, blocked, canceled, and deleted. Someone could have a Leo sun, a Leo moon, and an Aries rising. And celebrating quietly. Mom the word. Okay? Celebrating quietly. It could be a Sagittarius or a Gemini celebrating something quietly. Could be a wedding being celebrated quietly. Like they're not posting nothing on their social medias or anything like that because there is somebody that is in the energy pretending under fake accounts, fake followers, fake it till you make it type of energy. Somebody that wants to be a little Barbie or some sort. Sagittarius, Aries, Taurus, a boy toy. Boy toy in reverse. Okay, so remember I told y'all that it was like sex magic and shit like that being done. Someone could potentially be messing with someone younger or whatnot. That's being exposed. Woke in reverse. Woke in reverse. Alright, so definitely feel as if spirit has laid somebody's cycle, I said cycle, somebody's spiritual ability, like it's on rest mode. It's giving me 4 swords in reverse. Okay, exposed in reverse. Alright, someone thought that they was going to be exposing something, but instead they are exposing themselves. Alright, this is the Tower in reverse. This is a slow burn. Triggered. Triggered. You know what's crazy about the word triggered? Okay, strong, victimizing, offended, and then set it off. This word triggered is so misunderstood. If you're not triggered by something, something is you know what, if you're not triggered by the truth, then you need to reevaluate exactly what the truth is. Okay. Strong Scorpio, Taurus energy somebody can have with that trigger. It could be Taurus, Scorpio, Chiron. Black sheep, no longer being the black sheep of the family, okay? So it says they all laughed at you, but now they all need your help. Outsider, loner, and game changer. The thing is about being the black sheep, like once you wake up, you don't have to help them people that laughed at you. You really don't. And that's what I'm feeling. It's as if someone is strong Scorpio. You can have Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Aries rising, but strong Mars energy. So it's like not exploding, but someone has a Mars Venus. Refusing treatment. Okay, final card. Refusing treatment. Prolonged pain, abuse, and denial about health issues. Okay. Aquarius, Libra, Aries, Sagittarius. Okay, refusing treatment. So you could be denying your spiritual treatment. This is spiritual treatment. This is not health advice on that. This is spiritual treatment. Maybe from a dismemberment. Okay, someone may have tried to dismember you or tear you apart. But I feel as if spirit is putting you back together. Okay, egotism. Egotism. Thinking that you can't get hit when you can. Secrets are being exposed. Of course, secrets are being exposed. Look at this mirror, this mirror stuff that we're doing. Okay, sweeter than sour on them secrets being exposed. This could be an inside job. This could be someone within your home that's working against you or someone very close to someone in your home working against you. Legal proceedings. Okay? Legal proceedings. Spiritual court. Someone could be going to spiritual court. Or there has been a long court case. Grandparents are coming out. A long court case. Alright? Someone could have done something to your grandparents. They could have unalived your grandparents. They could have been taking care of your grandparents or something. And they could have also cursed your grandparents. Okay? Could have been a Scorpio, a Libra, or Aries. Or I'm talking to a Scorpio, Libra, or Aries. That'll be cleared up. Okay? So, the Ten of Swords. Alright? Ten of Swords. The World. The Ten of Swords. The World. The Eight of Swords in reverse. The Two of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. The Tower in reverse. I told y'all it was given the Tower in reverse. And the Page of Swords. Okay, so strong on the Swords and the Pentacles energy. So this has a lot to do with balancing out your mental. With the Eight of Swords coming out in reverse is definitely saying that, you know, you freed yourself from some type of karmic contract, some type of spiritual warfare. That cycle has completed with the World card coming out. The final World card. I'm talking about the final World card. The final major arcana card coming. So now it's like you went on that whole fool's journey. And now you're getting into your new life. Right? Slow burn. Slowly burned all that karmic energy away. Definitely feel like that. It's been a long, hard road with the Ten of Swords before that World card. And I love that this World card has that cross and them arrows that we're working with, right? And it's almost as if that mirror has opened up, and what you have to offer, what you're going to be offering to people, it has a lot to do with your story and what you've been going through. Because shit, you lead by motherfucking example. At the end of the day, you lead by example. False narrative in reverse. Health concerns in reverse. The ancestors upright. I love it. A thief in reverse. A rising star upright. Intuitive Kev in reverse. And it looks like he have Leo on there, right? This could be a person that is online that pretends to be you, okay? Intuitive Kev is actually, you know, he's the guy that created this. So whatever you are trying or was wanting to create, he's also a reader as well, I believe. Yeah, he is a reader. He is a reader, okay? Yeah, he's a reader. I don't know if he does anything else besides read. I just like his cards. Okay. But there's someone that is going to be definitely seen on some type of platform. Okay. Emotional pain in reverse. No more of that. Evil eye being sent back in reverse. Having faith. I love it. Having faith. The priestess showing up. Okay. All right. Surprise. I'm getting to. You're definitely not surprised at some of the, it's 111, y'all. You're not surprised at some of the shit that has came out, because the thing was, it's not that you ain't know. It's almost as if you didn't know how to express yourself, right? Single, sexy, and successful, all right? So with that surprise right here, nah. Love offering. Single, sexy, and successful. Surprise, love offering. That's succubus energy right there. Sagittarius, Leo, Virgo, Aries, and Cancer. Entity attachment, reverse. Real love. Thank you. So someone could be trying to offer you a love offering, but the one that's offering it, decline it. It don't even have to be like an actual like love relationship. Look, in divine feminine, there's a false divine feminine in the energy. Okay, could be a Taurus, but someone could be trying to offer you a like some type of love offer, or this could be in the dream realm with it coming out over Intuitive Kev and the priestess. That's Pisces energy, right? Which happens in the dream state. It could be like sex magic or whatever the case is. Now you know that I'm telling you, like, hey, don't be having sex dreams. Are not normal. Sex dreams are not normal. They're contracts. They're contracts, y'all. Sex dreams are not normal. If you have a sex dream, I don't care if it's with your crush. I don't care if it's with your man or anything. If you have a sex dream, immediately when you wake up, one, you need to pray. You nasty, nasty person, right? Not you, them too, right? Somebody could be, you know, a succubus or a incubus. Incubus. If Lori was here, she'd be proud of me. They could be an incubus. They could be offering you something to eat or drink in your sleep. It's poison. All right. Somebody definitely is trying to poison you in your sleep. Offer you some type of love spell, some type of what's that? The roofie, the thing that they do before they ate people, right? Whatever it is, just a strong ass medicine. Y'all don't need to be taking strong ass medicine and going to sleep, okay? Either, because that's how the entity is going to get you and do sex magic on you. That's what I'm getting there. That's crazy. All right, the Knight of Cups could be a Cancer. All right, the Moon card in reverse, the Fool card in reverse, the Three of Swords. I'm loving this. The Eight of Swords. I'm not loving this. The King of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. And these are the final cards as well, too. Someone's child could need protection. The Four of Wands with the Eight of Swords. And then the Moon card. There's a mother that needs to protect her children, maybe from this King of Pentacles. Someone could be trying to, the Fool card over the Four of Wands, they could be trying to do a ritual of some sort, right? To hold up a new beginning for the next generation. The Three of Swords is very toxic, but it has a lot to do with the heart chakra as well, too. With the Ace of Wands. Remember I was telling y'all that this is a tree stump that was cut off, right? So it has something to do with the heart chakra and the root chakra. So this is ancestral. You could be breaking ancestral curses. The first card that came out was the King of Cups, strong Cancer energy. I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups, strong Cancer energy, right? Someone could be trying to battle your ancestors or whatnot with the Moon card in reverse and the Knight of Cups. But, you know, when we read the candle, we already know that, you know, the ancestors is fighting a war of their own. That we don't really too much have to involve ourselves in. But we do need to charge up our ancestors with the Fool card in reverse and the Three of Swords. We need to make sure that we keep our ancestors charged up, okay? And how do we keep our ancestors charged up? We keep food on our altar. We keep fresh water, cold water. Okay, the cold water is a necessity when dealing with ancestors. Making sure that they have cold water. If you can't do anything else, you need to make sure that they have cold water. You know, drop some ice cubes, some ice cold water. You know, on your windowsill, like I said, on your windowsill, on the ground, on the altar, pouring them out some, you know, like, hey, this is for my ancestors or whatnot. Don't just like charge and feed your ancestors alcohol and coffee. They need water. You need water, bitch. They need water. Okay? The Eight of Swords and the King of Pentacles. This is something that you may not even like really see or think or know that this is going on. This could be this. King of Pentacles could definitely be someone who is very strict. But the child is definitely needing some type of protection. Someone could be trying to punish their child and the child is running to the mom. You see he has a whip in his hand? But he pretends to be all high and mighty and whatnot. This is a very abusive father is what I'm getting. And the mother may not, you know, she may feel as if she's tied and bound and it's nothing that she can do about it. I got to get some more cards on that. Clarify this Eight of Swords and this King of Pentacles. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much. This is a family of 4 or more. The Sun card. Something is coming out. Something is being exposed and brought to the forefront. You can have more than 1 or 2 children with this person. The Hangman. Yeah, something is definitely getting exposed. Somebody could be going to jail. The Princess of Pentacles. You want to be careful too. Your ass could be going to jail. Someone could be trying to call the police on you or some sort. With the Princess of Pentacles in reverse, trying to get you caught up, hung up. Could be a Pisces, strong Pisces placement. The Empress in reverse. Yep, the Empress in reverse. You know what? You could be, once you open and awaken to this, let me get the energy of the Eight of Swords. Thank you so much, Spirit. Let me get the energy of the Eight of Swords. So Spirit is saying, yep, the Four of Wands. Once you're open to this, you're going to shake your whole foundation. You want to make sure you don't respond by beating nobody ass or, because if you put your hands on someone, right? Like you put your hands on the father or something like that. This is the type of person that they immediately threaten to call like the police. Okay, they'll threaten to call the police or will call the police or something like that. They have some type of connection to outside authority. What's on the other side of the Empress? Because I'm not getting like the Empress is a bad person necessarily. I'm getting that, you know, she could just be getting caught up and trying to defend her child once she opens her eyes. All of this shit is being exposed, right? So whoever is trying to work over us, it could be our loved ones. It could be somebody that we laying down sleeping with, right? The Three of Pentacles. It could be somebody that we cheering with. But once you see who this is, could be a third party in the energy, the World card again. So you have the World card upright. You just need to lead the situation along. The Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Spirit is definitely telling you make wise decisions and just maybe just, you know, gone. There's no back and forth. Sweeter than sour, the grandparents and stuff like this. A lot of what's going on has a lot to do with repeated history. All right, guys. All right. So that is it. I'm tired. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm actually going to I'm going to finish up our ritual and seal this in. We definitely need this. We definitely need to seal our blessings in because these people are going to try to reattach to us. We got that in the energy. They are going to try to reattach to us. You know, a lot of falseness out there. But the World card coming out twice upright tells me that whatever it is that they trying, it's not it. That's not it. Y'all should do I'm always gonna say this. Y'all should do mantras. There's a lot of help in mantra work. There's a lot of help for a lot of things that's going on where some mantras can be very helpful. I went live and did 3 mantras yesterday, 3 sets of mantras. Om Namaha Shivaya for Lord Shiva, the Destroyer. I did Cream, which is a mantra that could bring in very quick abundance. Okay, very quick abundance. Where are these cards? But it's a lot to cream, but I did it. Then I did Om Doom Durgaye. Okay, my Durga's mantra, the Divine Mother. And I think that the Divine Mother mantra is the best mantra for any and everybody. Any and everybody. Look at that. The Hangman and the Empress getting stuck on the table. Alright. So, Durga mantra, if you can't do it 108 times, at least try it like 9 times. You know, build it up. 18 times 9, 18, 27, 54, you know, whatever number breaks down to 9. I know y'all can do it 9 times. Okay, so that is it. That is it. I love you guys, and I will talk to y'all later. The time on the clock is 1, 2, 3, so everything is in divine order. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Don't forget to like the video, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys back. I will give you an update on the candle. Once they have fully completed the glass candles, the 7-day candles, which is not 7 days, but I will give you guys an update on that and read the energy for y'all. I won't be as long as I was tonight, no. But, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Good night. Bye. Have a wonderful evening, and I will catch y'all in the Astros, okay? The good, the light, and all of those that are right, all right? Oh, wait, let me end this. All right, so Mother Mirror, the light of truth, have blessed this reading with clarity and force. Durga, our fierce protector, guard this space with your power and let us show up for another lesson by divine authority and in the presence of our ancestors, guides, and protectors. This space is now cleansed and clear, and all energy that does not belong to me has returned back to its rightful owner. And I will talk to you guys later. Good night. Bye-bye.